This man asked you to go with him on a date and then he left before the bill came?
She is on her phone. She's on social media, she's posting, and she starts acting like I'm not even there. Well, so disrespectful.
You are dating for a meal. The court completely dismisses the plaintiff's claim. That is my ruling. Ms. Collins, I see you are suing Mr. Sutton for $218.69. Why are we in court today, ma'am?
Well, Your Honor, last May the 20th, Mr. Sutton here invited me out on a date and then proceeded to walk out on the tab.
This man asked you to go with him on a date and then he left before the bill came?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me more. Let's start with, how did y'all meet? How do you know this man?
So, I'm a social media influencer, and Mr. Sutton, the defendant, came on my page.
He slid into your DMs?
Yes,
okay.
Essentially. And we were discussing and we were talking for a couple weeks and we were just chatting over the phone. And he originally asked me out on a couple dates, first one being coffee and the second one being ice cream.
So those dates took place?
No, ma'am.
Oh.
I don't drink coffee, first off. And secondly, I'm lactose intolerant, so we did not do coffee, nor did we do ice cream.
So you declined those dates?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, continue, ma'am.
Well, after we had continued talking, he shortly after decided to ask me out on a date. And we decided on dinner Friday at 5:30. Unfortunately, our original timing did not quite work out with my schedule. I had to reschedule on him twice. First time being with work, I was on a fashion shoot, and my shoot lasted a little bit longer than I was anticipating.
That happens.
So,
because this is how you pay your bills, I assume, ma'am. You're a full-time influencer.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I do think sometimes people hear that, Ms. Collins, and they can be dismissive. But the reality is some of these social media influencers are making over $100,000 a year. So, and you're presenting very beautifully to the court today. So this is, something that's lucrative for you. So you do have to show up to these.
Wait, she's suing this guy because he walked out on a date. And already, the judge is asking questions that make this whole thing sound suspicious. She rejected his first date ideas, canceled dinner twice, and somehow he's the problem. Bro finally gets her to agree to meet, and now we're finding out she made him wait and still showed up with expectations. Nah, this story is already giving something isn't adding up. And trust me, we're just getting started.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so your shoot runs long, you have to reschedule.
Yes, that was the first one. Second, I ended up having to reschedule on him a second time because my father did fall ill, and he lives. Thank you.
Yeah.
He does live nearby, so I tend to go over there and take care of him every now and again.
Okay, so there's two reschedules. He's understanding, I suppose, and then how do you actually get on the date?
Well, eventually our schedules ended up working out, and we were able to make it on time.
Great.
So we scheduled for 5:30 on a Friday, and I was a little bit late.
How late, ma'am?
We scheduled for 5:30. I showed up at 6:15.
45 minutes late.
Mr. Sutton, I promise you I did not fail math. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Okay, 45 minutes late, ma'am. That's not a little. Go.
I got stuck in traffic.
Ma'am, come on, please, go ahead.
So I showed up at 6:15, and that was when our date proceeded.
And how was his energy when you showed up 45 minutes late? Because this is the first time y'all are seeing each other in person, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see that doesn't make like a great impression. So to the extent he was excited to see and meet you finally, that might be compromised after 45 minutes of waiting on someone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, but you get there. How was it? Did he look like his pictures? Because that's very important.
Yeah, actually, he looked a little bit better than his pictures, to be honest. He's not very photogenic, but real life, doing pretty well.
Okay, nice. No, I say that with sincerity because you're right. Most of the time, that's not the case. Continue, ma'am. Okay, so you see him in person. He looks better than his photos. What does he say to you?
Very, very small chit chat, just pleasantries in regards to when I show up. And I'm a little frantic because I know that I'm running late, so.
Were you apologetic, ma'am?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes, so sitting down, the waiter originally comes over and I go ahead and I order myself a margarita because they're my favorite. And I have not eaten all that day, so I'm starving. So I originally go ahead with my margarita, order a calamari as well.
Okay.
And
Did you ask him if he wanted anything to eat, ma'am? No, I'm just, because we're getting your order in, but. did he-
well, I assumed that he would have ordered something if he wanted anything.
So the answer is no.
No,
At this
I did
point,
not
you
ask.
just ordered your margarita and your calamari. Okay.
Yes,
And
he
that's
had a
just-
drink already.
Okay. Well, I would hope so if he was sitting there waiting for you for 65 minutes. That's my rule. Once you are 1 second late, the party starts, honey. Okay? It's drinks and food.
45 minutes late. Nah, I'd be checking the menu and my life choices at that point. And remember, this isn't even the first time she canceled on him. She finally arrives, and instead of apologizing and trying to make things comfortable, she's already creating another awkward situation. You can practically feel the man's patience disappearing. I mean, most people would have left already, but he stayed. And that decision is about to cost him a lot more than just time.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
By the time the waiter brings over the food and the margarita, she is on her phone. She's on social media. She's posting, and she starts acting like I'm not even.
Okay, now the date actually starts, and somehow it gets even stranger. She orders a margarita, then calamari, and doesn't even seem interested in what he wants. Then she's sitting there messing with her phone and posting on social media. Bro came for a date, not to be background scenery in somebody's content. Look at his reaction. He's clearly trying to stay calm, but you can tell he's getting uncomfortable. And then the food orders keep coming. Yeah, this is getting expensive fast.
Then do you proceed to order more food?
Yes.
Okay. What
Later
did you
on.
order, ma'am?
Well, after I finished the original appetizer, I went ahead and I ordered another drink. And
Also a margarita?
yes.
Because I just want a visual. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. And I don't really like to drink on an empty stomach, so I not only had the calamari, but I also had the fried alligator was my second. Yeah, it was very interesting. And
Now, was that just still a starter, or have we gotten to your entree yet?
no, that was just the starter.
Okay, let's go. What did you get for your entree, ma'am?
I got a salmon.
Okay, so you had the calamari, you had the fried alligator, you've had 2 margaritas at this point, and now you've got a plate of salmon?
Yes.
Okay, and did you get any more cocktails?
I did get one more cocktail.
Okay, so you had
with my
3
dinner.
drinks. Okay. Do you have an itemized bill that the court can look at, ma'am, and see?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead and proffer that to my bailiff.
just have everything
I'll take
in the entire
everything.
folder?
And while you are doing that, you know what they say about stories, there's 2 sides. Let me get to you, Mr. Sutton. Thank you for your patience here, sir. Let's get to what you can corroborate. You meet this woman on social media, she's very beautiful. You slide in her DMs, you start communicating.
Yes,
You-
Your Honor.
You find out that she's a social media influencer professionally, bada bing, bada boom, somebody's number is exchanged, y'all start talking on the phone.
Yes.
At what point, sir, do you decide, I am interested enough to take her on an in-person date?
Well, I was interested very early on. I asked her out 2 times. Both times she turned me down.
So then, after 2 cancellations, and did you believe those cancellations?
To be completely honest,
You better be, you're sworn in.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, the first scenario, the modeling, I don't know much about it. I think she could have taken maybe 10 or 15 seconds just to send me something. She told me like 10 minutes before our date. I've already driven there. That was very upsetting to me.
Okay, she left that part.
Wait, fried alligator, salmon, and more margaritas. Is this a first date or a private catering event? The crazy part is, he says he thought they were meeting for drinks. That's a pretty important detail. Then we hear about her previous cancellation, where he was already there waiting. So now, this isn't just one awkward moment, there's a pattern forming. He's been giving her chance after chance, and she's still pushing the limits. But the judge isn't done digging yet.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, and then as far as the second incident is
With her father's illness.
Yes, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt.
No,
and
I understand. The court agrees with that.
Yes.
Okay, so for finally,
Yes.
we get on a dinner date, and you concede, Mr. Sutton, that you did ask her on the 3rd date, and it was your idea to say, you know what? You don't like milk, you can't do lactose, you don't like coffee, let's go to dinner.
I said let's go to drinks, not dinner. I never said
See,
anything.
you got to clear it up. See, Mr. Sutton, because this is how I'm going to make my ruling. So you're telling the court that you said nothing about dinner. You said, let's go to drinks.
I said let's go to drinks.
Ms.
That's it.
Collins, hey, let's go to drinks.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, continue, sir.
First, she reschedules twice, as we've mentioned, and then finally we lock in a date, and it's during happy hour.
I noticed that. I didn't want to say nothing.
5:30.
But when you said that y'all were meeting at 5:30, It's happy hour. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, and I made that explicit that I wanted to meet at happy
Oh, you
hour.
said that. Okay.
Yes.
And one thing I like about somebody that's direct is you know what to expect. So there's an indication when someone says, I want to take you out during happy hour, you know what time it is.
Serious.
Right? I mean, hello.
Right.
Okay, go ahead, sir. So you own that you are looking for a happy hour experience. Continue.
Yes, so I get there at 5:20, Your Honor, and I get a phone call from her at 5:25 saying she'll be a few minutes late.
Okay.
I interpreted few minutes as a few minutes. I guess
And
that
then
means
you
something else
found
to
out
her.
it was for.
Hold up. So the judge asks what was actually agreed on, and suddenly we're getting the detail that changes everything. He says drinks. She eventually confirms he said drinks too. Bro, that's a problem if you're ordering an entire dinner and expecting him to automatically cover it. I mean, nobody's saying you can't eat, but at least communicate first. And the judge is clearly noticing the difference between what she expected and what he thought the date was. Now we need to see what happened next.
45 minutes.
It was 45 minutes.
Right.
I ordered one margarita, and the waiter felt so bad for me, he slipped me another one at the happy hour price after 6 o'clock when that ended. She finally shows up at 6:15. I'm a little annoyed at this point,
I
but I'm
would
trying to
imagine.
keep it together.
Now, did she look like her photos?
She did. She was gorgeous.
Okay. No, she is.
Yeah. And she finally sits down, and the conversation
Was she
is a little
apologetic when she showed up 45 minutes late, sir?
she mentioned it vaguely, but it was.
But you didn't really feel like it was
no,
heartfelt?
No,
Okay.
it felt very
I don't know
cold.
why, but for some reason I suspected that. Okay.
Yes.
So she sits down, she orders herself a drink.
Yes. Well, she orders herself more than a drink. She orders a calamari as well. We have a very, very brief conversation.
Well, let's back up.
Yes.
When she orders the cocktail and the calamari together, I presume,
Yes.
were you surprised because your offer was drinks?
Of course, yes. I was very surprised. I wasn't hungry. I ate beforehand. We said we were meeting for drinks specifically, and I just didn't think she was going to be ordering food. And I don't eat fried food like that either, Your Honor.
Right. Well, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The point is, as you said drinks, she starts ordering cuisine.
Exactly.
And you are shocked, but you don't say anything. You're just shocked. Now, at that point, because I'm just curious, were you contemplating the possibility that maybe there was going to be a split check at some point? Like maybe if she's hungry, she'll take care of her food, but allow you to treat her to cocktails because that was the nature of the agreed upon date?
I thought we were meeting up just for drinks,
Right.
and I thought she was going to maybe fit the bill for her, but what she did in the subsequent moments made me question.
So yeah, what did she do then?
Well, by the time the waiter brings over the food and the margarita, she is on her phone. She's on social media. She's posting, and she starts acting like I'm not even there.
Coming up on Equal.
So he's sitting there early waiting 45 minutes, and when she finally arrives, she's ordering food and posting online instead of actually talking to him. Nah, I'd be staring at the exit too. And every time he tries to explain how uncomfortable he was, you can hear the frustration building. She keeps ordering, keeps drinking, keeps doing her own thing, while he's basically sitting there wondering why he even showed up. Eventually something has to give, and we're getting very close to that moment.
Justice.
She wasn't even done with the previous place before she starts ordering more food. And so she orders the salmon and the other drink, and I'm just fed up. I can't take it anymore. I'm seeing red, and I just decide I have to leave right now, else I'm going to make a big.
What do you say about that, Ms. Collins? Were you working on this date?
Well, I am going to be taking photos and I am taking videos. I'm with
That's
a handsome
working.
young man, and I mean, I suppose, yes, considering the fact that I am an influencer, it
Correct.
is working.
Okay, so you're working on the date. You now feel.
I usually don't bring my work to it.
and let's get to that, sir. What do you do for a living?
I am a substitute teacher.
Okay. What grades?
K through 12, I'm able to
Go
stop
everywhere
at-
you're certified.
Yes.
That's excellent, sir. Okay, so you work in education. You're now on a date. Your date shows up 45 minutes late. She immediately pulls out her phone and starts engaging and really working on the date.
Yes.
While she's ordered so far a calamari and a margarita.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And the waiter comes by again and still ignoring me, and she orders her second round of drinks and a crispy alligator. Another top shelf margarita, by the way. I'm getting really fed up at this point, as I think any reasonable man would be.
Okay.
And the waiter is about to come around a third time, but I said, let's try to give this one more chance. And I try engaging in a conversation with her, and I asked her about her father. She just ignores me. She doesn't even engage in the conversation, which calls into question everything else that came before.
Okay. When did she order the salmon, sir?
She ordered the salmon at the end. That was the third time they came around. Yeah, so she wasn't even done with the previous place before she starts ordering more food. And so she orders the salmon and the other drink, and I'm just fed up. I can't take it anymore. I'm seeing red, and I just decide I have to leave right now, else I'm gonna make a big mistake.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
What lie did you make up to get out of this horrible situation?
Bro finally explains the breaking point, and honestly, I can see why he snapped. She's treating the date like a content shoot, taking pictures and videos while barely engaging with the actual person sitting across from her. Then she orders more food and another drink. At this point, he's not even angry about one order. He's frustrated because the entire experience feels disrespectful. Look at his reaction when he says he's seeing red. Yeah, that's the moment where patience officially leaves the building.
Yes, I told her I was going to the restroom and I beeline for my car, and I didn't look.
That's a big mistake.
I felt like I would explode, Your Honor. I was just so angry and felt so disrespected.
Oh, well, okay. So how do you get out, literally? Like, how do you excuse yourself from the table?
Yes, Your Honor. I told her I was going to go to the restroom.
Right. Said another way, what lie did you make up to get out of this horrible situation?
Yes, I told her I was going to the restroom and I beelined for my car, and I didn't look back.
Okay, so you never even went to the restroom?
No, I never went to the restroom. No.
Oh, Ms. Collins. Sir, do you have any evidence for the court?
I do, but I would just like to add, the next day she did text me about this, and she said I was rude to fit her with a bill like that. And
she said you were rude.
She said I was rude. I told her she was rude to show up 45 minutes late, and she was rude to ignore me and lie to me. Okay. So I did pay for my drinks, though. I sent her that money digitally, and I have that here for you as well.
Yeah, offer that up to the court. Woo-wee! Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a clown for disappearing on our, quote, date and not paying. This is from the plaintiff. Defendant says, I said I wanted to meet for drinks, that's in caps, not dinner. Madam Plaintiff says, you're just full of it and cheap. Defendant says, just sent you $20 for my drinks. Go find another sucker. I ain't the one. I do see where there was a digital $20 sent. Ma'am, did you receive this money?
Wait, he didn't even confront her. He lied and said he was going to the restroom, then went straight to his car and disappeared. Chuckle Bro said, I'm not doing this today, and activated emergency exit mode. Then she texts him calling him rude for leaving her with the bill. After being 45 minutes late, ignoring him, and ordering all that food. And his response lays out exactly why he left. But now, this has officially reached the courtroom, and the judge has heard both sides.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I don't think I have to hear any more from either of you two. I've seen this story before. The court is ready to rule. Now, nobody hates a cheap man more than me. Nobody. What this court will not condone is women or men coming into my courtroom under the guise of chivalry when what they're really doing is dating for dinner. Ma'am, you are dating for a meal. It's low integrity, it's anti-feminist, and for lack of a better term, it's trifling. Believe it or not, counterintuitive, you cheapen yourself. You cheapen yourself. You become a version of a type of prostitute. I'm just gonna tell it to you plain, and I don't believe that's what you intend. Now, if this is a man you are seeing, if this is a man you are dating actively, if this is a man who you've invested time and energy into as well, then your expectation should rise according to that mutual investment. And then, Mr. Sutton, you do have to put up or shut up. But at this point, the court is not convinced that you did anything wrong. In fact, the court is convinced, ma'am, that you operated in bad faith, that you wasted this man's time. So the court completely dismisses the plaintiff's claim of $218.69. That is my ruling.
All rise.
Judge Ebony has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
I cannot believe that. You owe me the money.
Well, I definitely agree with the ruling of this court, and the greatest gift of all, though, is never having...
Okay, this is where the courtroom gets serious. The judge looks at the messages, confirms he sent her money for his drinks, and starts questioning what exactly she thought she was entitled to. Then comes the brutal reality check. She wasted his time, ignored him, ordered whatever she wanted, and still expected him to cover the consequences. The tension is real because she's clearly not getting the answer she wanted. And now, the judge is ready to make the final call. And there it is, case dismissed. She's visibly shocked, and she's still arguing that she deserves money. After all that. Meanwhile, the guy gets the ultimate final word. The best part is never having to see her again. Sigh honestly, that date went from awkward to courtroom material real quick. Well, that was a complete disaster. If you enjoy relationship drama, wild dates, and people learning expensive lessons, hit like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.